Hello there, my name's Julian Garrity, Creative Director on The Crew, and you're watching Eurogamer.
Hey ho gamers, Ian from Eurogamer here, and I've brought along a little bit of The Crew from me to you. That was a little bit Chuckle Brothers there. So at Gamescom 2013, I watched a 15-minute demo of The Crew, Ubisoft's big next-gen multiplayer racer, and then afterwards I grabbed a chat with Julian Garrity, the game's creative director. So Julian, can you explain the demo you've been showing off to the press at Gamescom?
Today on The Crew and at Gamescom, we've been focusing on the RPG nature, the depth of the game. So we showed one player's journey across the USA, a little bit of a road trip, fast traveling between different locations, but going from Detroit to a quarry outside of New York to Miami and the city streets, and then picking the fourth crew member up in Las Vegas before finishing on a completely off-road race that happened, I believe, in the Midwest. So it was a crazy adventure, if you will, and each one of those challenges, the different 20-second challenges or the 2-minute races or takedowns, each one gave us rewards, either XP, cash, or even parts, and parts that you could apply directly into your car. And we also saw the customization system, so the HQ, where we exploded the whole car, went to see inside the engine, saw the pistons going there, applied the parts, saw if it improved the performance or not, and then came out and got back onto the city streets.
Judging by the map screen, it looks like you've created the whole of America to race around. Is it possible to drive from one end of the states to the other, and if so, how long will it take?
So the world inside The Crew is the entire USA. So it's an idealized version of the States. It's only the interesting stuff. And to drive from the East Coast to the West Coast will take you about an hour and a half in a great car if you're going on roads. If you're going off-road, it's about 2 hours and a half.
So let's talk a bit now about the crews. How many people can you have online in your crew at once?
You as a player, because it's a seamless world, you'll be meeting lots and lots of people constantly. But only people who are your friends will be popping up on your friends list if you choose that filter. You can select those guys, put them into your crew, and choose who are the 4 members of your crew that you want. It doesn't limit you in the amount of people you have on your friends list. It just means your crew, the people you'll be doing missions with, takedowns, races, that's limited to 4.
How will crews be able to work together to win challenges and gain rewards?
We have a story within the game that's going to take you on a road trip around the US. And any one of those missions, which are progression missions, you can play either by yourself or cooperatively with 3 other people. Now what that means is that there are some missions like takedowns that are obviously going to be much more fun if you're playing 4 people. Each one of you chipping away at the health of the target that you're aiming for. But you've also got races, and let's say I'm not a very good player and I'm stuck at one of the races. I can invite somebody who's going to help me progress by finishing the race for me. It's just one of the ways that we have collaboration.
But Julian, I've got no friends. Is the crew going to be harder and less fun for me?
No, because it's all balanced. So if you have nobody in your crew, maybe that target that you're aiming for in a takedown, instead of having 100 hit points, you'll only have 50. So we balance everything according to the amount of players.
Okay, that's good, but as it's a persistent world, there is a chance I can make new friends by meeting them online in the game, yeah?
Absolutely, and the whole social UI allows you to contact any person that you've met and send them a friend request or challenge them. So it's the type of thing that you have to build at the start of your game to be able to be cross any menu, any screen within the game.
One of the RPG elements you showed off was customization. I'm curious to know whether you can share the upgrade items you win with your crew.
Each car, no matter what licensed vehicle we have, from Lamborghini to Nissan to Chevrolet, is a 19-piece puzzle. And it's split between very aesthetic parts and performance parts. And every challenge, you'll be winning a part and applying it to your vehicle. You can't share those between your crew members, but you can sell them to feed into the economy that maybe will make you able to afford that car you've always wanted to drive. Or maybe buy some platinum parts that you're missing to complete the picture of your character sheet, which is an exploded view of the car, of course.
At one point in the live demo, a woman crossed the road, speaking on a mobile phone, and was narrowly missed by a car. Can you actually hit pedestrians in the crew?
No, you can't hit pedestrians because we've got licensed vehicles. There's no bodily harm within the game for pedestrians, for sure.
But even though the vehicles are licensed, there are still realistic damage models, right?
Absolutely. So we have a fairly impressive damage model, but you can't explode your car into a million pieces like on Burnout because Mr. Lamborghini wouldn't particularly like that. So we try and keep the damage realistic, but you can't total your car completely, which is similar to any other game with licensed vehicles.
Obviously, you chaps making it will have had to play the game a lot. So after a hard day in the office, what's the mode of choice for everyone to unwind on?
I can speak for myself, and the type of mission that I love are huge endurance missions. So it's completely off-road. You don't have to stick to the roads. There are no dirt tracks. And between every checkpoint on maybe a 40-minute mission, you have 5 minutes. So it's really up to you to creatively find your path. That's what I really like, because it's super fun to use the terrain that we've built in a way that's completely emergent.
Sounds ace, but is there a way to place your own checkpoints around this huge, massive world and create your own custom races?
No, we don't have that in the game.
To me, a fan of arcade-style races over the more technical games like F1, for instance, the crew looked great. A nice mix of next-gen connectivity and simple gameplay that will please anyone with a love of casual racing games. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, I never got to get a hands-on with the game myself, but I can say it looked beautiful, with one of the standout moments for me being a mad off-road race through some huge cornfields, each car leaving a snaking trail through the crops as it thundered along, its vision partially obscured until it popped out the other end. Oh, it was magical, I tell you. There will of course be more coverage of the crew right here on Eurogamer's YouTube channel in the near future, plus plenty more exclusive content, so put your pedal to the metal and join our crew by clicking on that on-screen annotation and giving us a subscribe. Goodbye!